Hello and welcome to our video hop today. My name is Sandra and I'm in the UK, and joining in with my friends over on the Crafters video collaborations for our Halloween video hop today. Let me take you down onto the craft table and I'll explain to you what I'm going to show you today. My name is Sandra and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. The stamp set I'm using today is from the August to December mini catalogue, and it is called Have a Hoot. Now, I'm not normally an autumn person, but I love owls, and so seeing this set I just had to purchase it. My card today is what I'm calling a flip flap card. So today I'm starting off with a note card and envelope. The card has been pre-scored, and the envelope I'm going to put to one side and we'll decorate that later. Okay, with the front card here, I'm going to take off a panel from the front here, just about 1.5 centimetres or half an inch, just to take that off, just like so, on my guillotine. Okay, and pop that strip aside, we don't need that. Okay. This piece of cardstock measures 9 centimetres by 9 centimetres, or 3.5 inches square. So I will burnish this edge as well, just to fold over that score line. Again, if I do it on the hard mat, that will be able to wrap around. On my piece of designer series paper for the inside of the back of the card, this will be placed in here like so. And the measurements for this are 8.4 centimetres by 12.2 centimetres, or 3.25 inches by 4.75 inches. This flap is going to be adhered onto the back of this, to stick it down like so, and adhere it in roughly in the centre of that piece of card. So I'll turn this over, hold it in place, apply my multi-purpose adhesive on the back there, and close that. So we'll just check where that's going to be, and it's roughly in the centre there. Now this panel will be stuck to the inside of the card. To love, live and share it today. So that's going to come in there, and that's going to come in on there. So now we're looking at the front of the card. I will bring in my next piece of designer series paper. This is I could refer to this as the middle flap, 7 centimetres by 12.2 centimetres, or 2.75 inches by 4.75 inches. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference. I've chosen designer series papers that will go with each other. So I've used from the Plaid Tidings. This is our Plaid Tidings 6x6 designer series paper pack. So there's all sorts of checks in here, designer series ginghams, and I've chosen 2 autumnal colours that will go together. So next the flap will come in here, and I will stick one piece of designer series paper on here. The measurements for this piece of card are 6.5 centimetres by 8.5 centimetres, or 2 5/8 inches by 3.25 inches. Next, I take my strip of Whisper White cardstock and one of the images from the Have a Hoot stamp set. And I'm going to be using my Memento ink pad to stamp this image on the front here. I'm going to stamp a few images. The stamp set has the corresponding dies. I keep mine stored in the front of with the stamps, but away from the stamps so they don't cut in. So I've taken out the die cut that I'll be using today, and I will be die cutting using this metal die. With my owl and pumpkin image stamped and die cut, I'm now going to bring on some stamping blends in a variety of colours. I have here the dark petal pink, and I'm going to be using this one for the owl eyes. the light grey granite Stampin' Blend for the owl body. I like to add some slightly darker detail on there. So I have the light crumb cake. It's difficult to see on the camera, just to add some extra detail. And then some dark crumb cake, just with some more enhancements on there, just to define the edges slightly. Next I'll use the light pumpkin pie, aptly named, and I will colour in our pumpkin. Now I will take our dark pumpkin pie and just go over some of the lines on here. I'll try and bring that up to the camera so that can focus, so you can see the colourings on there. Sometimes with the lighting, it doesn't always come through very well. I have pre-cut some dies from the A Hoot dies. This framelit piece cuts 3 tags with the slits in there as well. So here I have 2 layers that I'm going to mat together on the front of my card. So they do layer nicely, they are stitched. Bring to the camera as well. These are stitched dies and they layer nicely. I've lined them up at the top here so all the dies coordinate, and I'm not worried about the bottom. This will be placed on the centre of my card here, and I'm bringing on one piece. Here is another die from the set, and this is our cobweb. A very detailed die. And here is the die on the camera. I'll lay it down on here. Not sure you can see it very well. So the die, where the cobweb is going to attach across where that slit is and disguise that, and then my pumpkin will go on the top like so.
Built a family. We've grown strong together. You know it's all because everybody plays a part in doing what we love.
Now I've trimmed my sentiment down. I will just snip into the ends, very small slit, cut from the corner to the inside. I like to see the banner end sticking off the end of the card, and I'd like to see the cobweb just on the other end of it. I'm going to take my pumpkin pie ink pad and a piece of sponge, and I will just ink up the edges just around here very slightly. This will be adhered on here like so.
Just look around and you can see it's so much more than stamps and ink. It's more than just a card you see. It's part of you
For the inside back panel, I've pre-cut 2 more dies from our Stitched So Sweetly dies. Again, these are stitched and they've got a scallop edge around the back, around the side. And I'm going to put a double mat on here, and I will be stamping and inking up the owl with the spider hanging down. So if I leave those off to one side, I'll stick this one in here straight away. I'll set that to one side and I will stamp on this image here. So now I'll bring back my card, and this is going to sit in the inside there like so.
We've grown strong together, you know it's all because everybody.
As another little fun image, I'm just going to stamp the word boo on a scrap of like so. I'll fussy cut that by hand, just in a jagged shape. Like so. For the middle panel, I'm going to be stamping Have a Hoot on Halloween. And again, I'm using my Memento ink pad and a good dark image. So. The greeting for the middle layer, I've taken the Have a Hoot on Halloween stamp, and I've also die cut that from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. Then here's another image that I've stamped and coloured the same as the one on the front, and then fussy cut by hand without the owl. Obviously where his wing is here, I'm going to have this on the inside, and he is just going to be poking out from the edge on here like so. So I just want him to be just peering over. When we shut this card, we do not want the image to be protruding out the side there. So I'm going to fix this one down first and then just tuck him underneath like so. And then I've got the greeting inside. So I will fix that one on there. So Have a Hoot on Halloween, Have a Hoot on Halloween, and boo. I think there's something missing on the middle here, so I'm just going to die cut another spider's web and attach that to the inside. Because I've decided to die cut and add another cobweb, I've then gone on to die cut it with the Stitch So Sweetly die here, that shape. So I've actually ended up with a piece that's just going to dovetail in there really nicely. So I'm just going to get my mat and put some adhesive on the back of that and attach that in place.
And built a family. We've grown strong together, you know it's all because everybody plays a part.
And there we go. And here's my nearly finished cards. There's the first flap, Have a Hoot on Halloween, and then we've got the boo inside there. I'm just going to add some champagne rhinestone basic jewels. Okay, now all we need to do is to decorate the envelope. So if I pop that out of the way. So to decorate my envelope, I like to start by decorating the flap. And I have some scraps here. So this piece, I'm going to open out the envelope and place my Tombow adhesive all around the outside edge. And lay this over the top. Like so. And then on the reverse here, I'm just going to cut that out by hand. And there we have a beautifully decorated envelope. Okay. And then on the front, I like to put a couple of the strips of the scraps, just my envelope scraps, and I will cut a piece the length of the card here. Sorry, the envelope here. Cut that slightly longer, just so I've got some leeway to cut that off. Once that's firmly down, just turn over and snip those pieces off the end there. There we go, and then we have our card with our envelope, like so. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial today. Please click on the subscribe button below, and if you ring the bell too, you will be notified of future videos as I release them. In the description below, you'll find the details of the next person in our video hop today, and also a link to Monica's blog where she will have the full list of all the participants. My contact details will all be at the end of the video and in the description below. Thanks again for joining me, and I do hope to see you again here soon.